Sometimes you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. From the gun, Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Eric Armstead able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told.
Damn it.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun, Jones.
Damn, you gonna throw it right to him, bro?
It's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
After the turnover, here's Locke. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That's good for a first down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Locke completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
How does my man get jammed on each other like that?
Too shy of the 40. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Now Locke again. incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again. Lock. And that is incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Locke looks to throw it again. And that will be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Locke. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep, right side. And that's caught inside the 30.
Take that.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You mates all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Giants 7, 49ers nothing.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's into the clear. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in touchdown, New York. Dallas Goedert, 82 yards. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Block now to throw. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now Jones. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Throwing Jones. And he fires one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right
Trying
there.
to get that blitz on me, huh?
Throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Jones to throw again. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Barkley unable to get away on the 1st down run as he'll be stopped for a loss of a couple.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try to keep the defense honest.
You mean also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 3rd down, Barkley. There you got to feel it, baby. Side. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 37 yards. And the Giants add on to their lead. I thought as that was developing that he might actually keep it, but the right decision, obviously, to hand the football off.
And some teams do a really nice job of taking a little bit longer at the mesh point, meaning where he's going to hand it off or keep it. Sometimes they ride it maybe a step longer than others. That allows him to make the proper decision and have the right person end up with the ball.
And it paid off with a long touchdown run. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Lorenzo Carter coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Throwing on 2nd and long. Lock. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 12.
They fake the handoff. Now Lock. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Here comes Peppers. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
27-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield, try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And he slings one that's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now Saquon Barkley. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you're under a minute to go in the half. The first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Block working out of the gun. And his pass incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Play action. Now it's Locke. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 27 yards there, a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And he will find his man on the outside. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Throwing again on second down. Locke to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Locke off of play action. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down.
Incomplete. It's 4th down.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll go for it. It's Locke. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. A final shot before half for Locke. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 13 yards out. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 37-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Cannot stack your linebackers on the line of scrimmage unless it's short yardage, just so you know. You're fine right now, but I'm just letting you know.
Again, it's Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. And he's got his man on the out route. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big...
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. And the fake punt gets only a yard, but that's enough to pick up the first. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility?
You want to stay in that man defense, huh? I got you.
He's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move. But oftentimes he's a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
36-yard line.
Second and 11. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he'll find Hall. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll kick it away. And look at this, another fake, and he will not make it. They stop.
You ain't worried about it. You're not going to score, bro. You can barely move the ball. You need all 4 downs, and you can't go for 4th down now because it's not 21 points. So you punting. Unless you hit the 4th quarter, of course.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield.
Holding.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Bring him back.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it.
You already lost. You just don't know it.
The guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Throwing now is Locke. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
Why won't my guy cover that middle shit? Okay. I'll play deep half. You weak, man.
Brandon Ayuk, 55 yards. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Extra point up and through. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Flushed out right. He'll run it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Throwing again. Jones. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley, and it's 3rd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a 1st down on that effort.
New York.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll go to Barkley again.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Jones. Pressure applied, and he's going to be... Taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game.
If you got one safety in the box, you cannot manually bring another safety down into the box unless it is short yardage or you're in 5 yards to the goal line, bro. What you're attempting to do or inadvertently attempting to do is considered a meta or a nano. Please don't bring a safety down in the box again manually. You've been warned. I already removed another user for doing the same thing. My rules clearly say no metas, no nanos. When you bring a safety down there, you're trying to deliberately to confuse the AI of the offensive line. And this field goal sends you home.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion.
You cannot use a safety in the box if one is already down.
It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board.
Exception to the rule is short yardage or goal line inside the 10-yard line.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now Locke. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again.
And now a pass dumped off to his running back. That catch good for only a couple. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw again on second down. Locke. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up third down and 8 yards to go.
The Niners on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Again, they'll throw with Locke. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
It's saying you're experiencing network issues. It said you experienced network issues.